Hello friends, I am Roy and today's first story is from the Hassan district of Karnataka. This incident is from the year 2025. There is a village named Hosakapalu in the Hassan district. Shursha lived in this village with his family. Shursha and Preeti had been married for 8 years. Their married life was going fine, and they had 2 children. Surdesha had his own business, so he would leave early in the morning for work and return home late at night. The household was well maintained. There was no shortage of anything. But something strange happened on June 22, 2025. That day, Preeti, who was about 35 years old, suddenly left the house without telling anyone. She didn't return that day nor at night. When it got late and there was no sign of Preeti, Shursha got worried and went to the Hassan City police station to file a missing person report. While the police were searching for Preeti, they got information that in the forest of the Kataragada area, a woman's body was buried in the ground. On June 24th, some local people saw a partially buried female corpse in a field near the forest. They immediately informed the Mandya police. The police arrived at the scene and, in the presence of village elders, took the body out of the ground. After that, the forensic team, dog squad, and fingerprint experts were also called to the spot. The dog squad followed the scent for a while and then wandered around nearby. This gave the police a clue that some evidence might be nearby. During the investigation, it was found that a missing person report had been filed 2 days ago at the Hassan police station for a woman, and the woman turned out to be Preeti. After this, the Mandya police contacted the Hassan police and called the deceased's husband Shursha to the scene. Shursha identified the body and confirmed it was his wife Preeti. The police conducted a panchanama and sent the body to a government hospital for postmortem. Then Shursha was questioned. He said that Preeti had left the house without informing anyone on June 22nd. When the police traced Preeti's mobile location, they found that it was active in Mysore and surrounding areas. The police also learned that Preeti had been chatting frequently with a man named Puneet Gowda for the past few days, and they had several conversations. Based on this, the police tracked down Puneet Gowda and took him into custody from his village Karauti. During interrogation, at first, Puneet tried to mislead the police and said he didn't know Preeti. But when the police showed him chat evidence and that Preeti's body was found in his field, he got scared. Eventually, he confessed to his crime. After this, the police had Shursha file a formal complaint. Based on that complaint, the police filed a case against Puneet Gowda under IPC sections, which included charges of murder and destruction of evidence. Shursha and Preeti had been married for many years. They had 2 children, and the household was financially stable. Preeti was now 35 years old. Her lifestyle was good, and confidence reflected on her face. Her husband worked outside, so she was mostly alone at home. She now had a lot of free time, so she started spending more time on her phone. She began using social media and became quite active there. Many people started complimenting her photos and sending her friend requests. Seeing all this, she became happy. During this time, she started talking to a boy named Puneet Gowda. They began conversing with each other. Gradually, their conversations increased, and they started liking each other. Preeti also began wanting to meet him. Their connection grew, and they made plans to meet. On June 22nd, when Preeti's husband was not home, she left the house without informing anyone. She had called Puneet to Hassan. Puneet rented a car from Mandya and came to Hassan. Then both went to Mysore in that car. There, they visited tourist spots like Krishna Rajasagara, Mysore Garden, and Palace. After spending the entire day together, they stayed at a lodge near Krishna Rajasagara. When Preeti and Puneet were alone in the hotel room, they got physically close. Preeti was married and a mother of 2. This wasn't new to her. She knew what a man wants and how to maintain a relationship. Puneet was still young and unmarried, and for him, this was all happening for the first time. He also began feeling attracted to Preeti. Both spent time together peacefully as if there were no restrictions. They enjoyed being together. The next morning, when Puneet talked about leaving, Preeti refused. She didn't want the physical relationship to end so quickly. She felt they could spend more days together without any worry. However, Preeti and Puneet hadn't known each other for long. They had only been talking online for 2 or 3 months. They had never met before nor knew much about each other. Whatever they knew was only through mobile conversations. Preeti began to feel that Puneet was genuinely attached to her. She enjoyed spending time with him and gradually got emotionally involved. But Puneet's thinking was different. He had only come for a short time, for fun and enjoyment. He had no intention of building a deep relationship with Preeti. In reality, Puneet was an educated boy. He had studied engineering and was a resident of Chitradurga district. From the outside, he appeared calm and simple, but internally he was a bit cunning. He knew that Preeti was getting attracted to him, but he wasn't planning to take the relationship further. Preeti wanted to spend more time with him. After spending the night together, while Puneet was now satisfied, Preeti was still not. She wanted more intimacy. She wanted Puneet to stay in the hotel and be with her again. Preeti clearly said that no matter how much the hotel cost, she would handle everything. But now Puneet was tired. He no longer wanted to stay there. Now Puneet began thinking that Preeti was a married woman with 2 kids and there was no future between them. He had already gotten what he wanted. Now he wanted to get out of the relationship. But Preeti was not ready to let go. She kept insisting on having physical relations again. So Puneet explained that they should go to his village Mandya. They would get more time there. Preeti agreed, and they both left Mysore for Mandya in the rented car. At night, when they reached near Kirpata in Mandya, Preeti again asked to make physical relations. But this time Puneet clearly refused. He said enough is enough. You should go back home. He felt that a married woman shouldn't go to such extremes. But Preeti wasn't ready to listen to anything. She kept insisting. In the Kataragata area, Puneet Gowda had a field. At night, he took Preeti to a small house in his field. There they again had physical relations. Even though Puneet was already tired, he complied. But even after that, Preeti was not satisfied. She wanted more intimacy. Puneet was now exhausted. Preeti kept insisting, which led to arguments between the two. Puneet began feeling that this woman would not leave him alone, and if things continued like this, it would become a problem. He started fearing that this could become a big issue. In anger, he picked up a stone lying nearby and hit Preeti on the head. With a deep head injury, she started bleeding heavily. When she began writhing in pain, he hit her again with the same stone, killing her on the spot. Now Puneet panicked about what to do with the body. He had no idea what to do. But since he knew the surrounding area, he decided to bury the body in the field itself. It was around 1:30 at night. He took a shovel from the tools kept in the field and started digging a pit on the edge of his field. Then he buried Preeti's body in that pit. But due to the darkness of night and his exhaustion, the pit wasn't filled properly, and the body remained partially buried. When Preeti's body was left incompletely covered in the soil, a few days later, some local people working near the Kataragata area noticed an unusual bulge in the ground. On getting closer, they saw human-like hands and feet sticking out of the soil. Suspecting something, they immediately informed the police. The police's effort to connect every clue finally paid off. With the help of evidence, the police uncovered the entire story and finally reached the killer. The police have completed their investigation and filed a charge sheet in court against the accused Puneet Gowda, with all the evidence and testimonies collected. And today's second story is from the Sagar district of Madhya Pradesh. This incident took place in 2019. In Sagar district, there is a police station called Banda. The date was January 30th, 2019. Around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Banda station T.I. Satish Singh suddenly received a call on his mobile. When he looked at the number, it was the village watchman. Upon answering, the watchman informed him that near the hills of Gorakhurd village, a body was lying in the bushes. As soon as Satish Singh heard that a murder had taken place, he became alert. The matter was serious, so he decided it was necessary to go to the scene personally. He also informed the SDPO present there and immediately left with his team. He also informed the SP sir. Within about half an hour, T.I. Satish Singh reached the location. He saw that the body of a young man was lying face down in the bushes. Judging by the condition, it seemed that the body had been there for 3 to 4 days. He was wearing a shirt and a sweater. The police tried to identify the body by asking the local people nearby, but no one could recognize him. This made it clear that the deceased was not from the local area. There were no clues related to his identity found on his clothes either. After completing the on-site investigation, the police sent the body for postmortem. Now, before reaching the murderer, it was necessary to find out who the dead person actually was. So the TI sent his photo to every police station in the district to check if any missing report had been filed. But no information came from any station. The next day, on January 31st, the post-mortem report arrived. The report stated that the body was about 3 to 4 days old and the death had occurred due to strangulation. The investigation also revealed that the deceased had a pacemaker in his chest, that small device used to control heartbeat. When the TI looked closely at the pacemaker, he saw a number and a company name printed on it. He immediately searched the company online and found that it was an American company. Then the police contacted that company via phone and email. From there, they received the address and phone number of the Mumbai office. When the police called the Mumbai office, the investigation took a whole new direction. The information they received from the Mumbai office made everything clear. It was found that the pacemaker belonged to a man named Sudama Yadav from Agra. This was a big lead for the police. Along with this, they also got Sudama's address. So, a team was formed and sent to Agra. At Sudama's house, his wife Money Bai was found. When the police spoke to her, she said, "On January 25th, we had gone to Jhansi for a land dispute hearing. I returned home, but my husband stayed back. After that, he never came home. Actually, he had stayed out for many days in the past as well, so I didn't pay much attention. I thought he would return in a few days." The police brought Money Bai to the station. Sudama's body was kept in the hospital mortuary. When Money Bai was taken there, she immediately identified the body. It was her husband, Sudama. She broke down crying. The police comforted her and completed the legal formalities, then handed over the body. After identifying the body, the next step for the police was to reach the murderers. Once the last rites were done, the police called Money Bai again for questioning. During the questioning, it came to light that Sudama's behavior wasn't good. He often stayed involved with women outside the home and would disappear for days. When his wife objected, he used to beat her. Money Bai also said that Sudama had an ongoing land dispute in Jhansi. He had conflicts with the local village head and a police officer. Based on this information, the police collected details about both men and sent a team to Jhansi. Along with that, the police also pulled the call details of Money Bai's phone. The investigation revealed that on the night of January 25th, she had received a new and unknown call. When that number was traced, it was found to belong to Prabhu Soor, a resident of Gorakhurd village. The police found the number suspicious. When Money Bai was asked about Prabhu Soor, she denied knowing him. This deepened the police's suspicion. The TI began to realize that she was not telling the truth. So instead of applying pressure, the police used a psychological method to make her speak the truth under emotional weight. The strategy worked. During the questioning, Money Bai finally confessed that she had her husband murdered. She told the police that because of Sudama, the condition of the house had worsened so much that she had no choice but to take this step. The story she told revealed the whole matter step by step. Sudama Yadav was a native of Jarai village near Jhansi. His family was not very well off. He had parents, 2 brothers, and a small piece of land that barely supported the household. From the beginning, Sudama had been careless and wayward. His father hoped that marrying him would make him responsible. With this in mind, they got him married to Money Bai, who was from Rath village in Hamadpur. Money Bai also came from a poor family, so their match was quite ordinary. In the early days of marriage, everything went fine. Sudama stayed disciplined for a while, but soon he returned to his old habits. He stopped caring about the family and started roaming around again, living a careless life. During this time, Sudama had a dispute with the village head over ancestral property. The issue escalated to the point of reaching court. Amidst all this trouble, Sudama moved to Agra with his wife Money Bai. There, he started driving an auto rickshaw which earned them a little income. he would send a part of his earnings back to his parents in the village. By this time, he had become the father of 4 children. But his habits didn't change. He kept having affairs with other women and continued to indulge in pleasures. In Agra, there was no one to stop him, so he openly enjoyed himself without fear. When Moneybai objected, he beat her badly. Despite all this, Moneybai somehow managed to get her 2 daughters and 1 son married. The youngest son still lived with her. Sudama had now crossed 55 years of age, and with age, illnesses began to trouble him. He developed a heart condition. For treatment, Moneybai collected money from various sources and got him admitted to a private hospital in Jaipur. There, the doctors implanted a pacemaker in his chest to control his heartbeat. After the treatment, Sudama returned home. But his illness did not change his habits. Just a few days passed, and he again got involved with women outside. Sudama's actions were no longer limited to outside the home. While driving his auto, he would flirt with women on the road. Now he didn't even spare the women in his own neighborhood, especially those whose husbands worked away from home. One woman named Neelam lived directly opposite his house. Her husband worked in Delhi, and she lived alone with her 2 children. Sudama first started talking to Neelam casually. Gradually, under the guise of helping her, he even began going to her house. But one day, Neelam's brother-in-law caught them talking. The matter was small but could have serious consequences. The news slowly spread throughout the neighborhood. When Moneybai opposed it, he beat her mercilessly. Around this time, Moneybai's brother Ramkumar Yadav called. Crying, Moneybai told her brother everything. Seeing his sister's condition, Ramkumar became very angry. He felt that the only solution was to get rid of Sudama permanently. Moneybai also agreed with this decision. Ramkumar didn't want to commit the murder himself, so he lured a man named Burgad from Gorakhpur village with money to join the plot. According to the plan, on January 25, 2019, Sudama, Moneybai, and Ramkumar went to court in Jhansi for a land dispute hearing. After the hearing, Moneybai returned to Agra, but Ramkumar took Sudama along with him. He knew that Sudama was fond of women, so he took him to Gorakhpur village in Banda, pretending he would introduce him to a girl. Around 8 p.m., Burgad, along with Prabhu Sor and Haran Thakur, arrived there. According to the plan, Prabhu Sor lured Sudama toward the hills of Gorakhpur on the pretense of meeting a girl. The area was completely deserted. When Sudama sensed something strange and asked about the girl, Ramkumar suddenly pushed him to the ground. Then all 3 of them together strangled him and killed him on the spot. During the murder, Ramkumar's mobile was switched off. So he used Prabhu Sor's phone to call Moneybai and inform her that the job was done. After the murder, all of them quietly returned to their homes. When Moneybai was arrested and deeply interrogated, the entire conspiracy was exposed. Based on her information, the police arrested her brother Ramkumar and the other 2 accused. After completing questioning with all of them, the police sent all 4 to jail. If someone's behavior is bad or there are fights at home, you should report it to the police or take legal help. Taking someone's life is never the right solution. Ramkumar got angry seeing his sister's condition and had his brother-in-law murdered. But now he too is in jail. That means 4 people are suffering the punishment for one man's mistake. Sudama continued having affairs even after marriage. He abused his wife and lived a carefree life. But in the end, his death was very tragic. Just as you sow, so shall you reap. Earlier people thought that if they murdered someone in the forest and dumped the body, they wouldn't get caught. But now, a small device like a pacemaker helped identify him, and the killers ended up behind bars. No matter how big a problem you have at home, crime is never the solution. Seek legal help, but never commit the sin of taking a life. Otherwise, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Our aim is that people learn from these incidents and avoid walking down the wrong path. This story is an important warning that shows how crucial it is to make the right decisions in life. We should all try together to build a better society where love and honesty matter. With such true stories and the lessons they offer, I will return again. Until then, stay safe, stay alert, and remember,